If you do too much cardio, you will lose muscle. True? Is this myth or is this partly true?
I would say it's situational, but also partly true. More leaning on the side of true.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it depends on the person too. So there's a lot of factors that go into this. This is another onion question, right?
Onion question. Layers?
Multi-layered.
Oh, I've never heard that term.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's very clever.
You like that? I didn't come with it. I wish I could take credit. But yeah, so here's the thing. Okay, if you take Ashley and you have her running endurance-based sports doing endurance-based things for long periods. So think about, okay, so I would say look at the evidence look at a marathon runner and look at a sprinter. Who has more muscle? Well, the sprinter, because they're doing more explosive, short burst things that require more white muscle fiber and they're explosive and fast, right? Marathon runner, they have a lot less muscle because one, their body, it's not efficient for them to run for long periods of time and have a lot of muscle. You know, you get a bodybuilder and you try to get him to run with a marathoner, he's just not going to last very long. He's not built for that. So the difference of muscle fiber is one, is for more of its oxidative abilities. It can take in more oxygen, right? So that's like the red muscle fiber. It can take in oxygen, it can go for a long period of time. It's designed to like move, right? Now think about it, if a muscle is designed to move for long distances, should it be big and heavy? No, it should be light and little because it's designed to move for long periods. So now if a muscle is designed to be strong and only for very short periods of time, should that muscle be strong and big and heavy? Yeah, because it doesn't matter how big it is because you're going for strength and speed and time is kind of irrelevant. So, all right, so you look the way you train. Okay, so do you want to look like a marathon runner? Okay, if you do, then train like a marathon runner. If you want to look like a sprinter, then don't train like a marathon runner. That's the data there, right? So if you do anything endurance-based, then you will build endurance-based muscle fibers, right? More endurance-based muscle fibers, and you will become more efficient. So if you're doing long distance cardio, let's say you're doing 2 hours, 3 hours of cardio a day, well, yes. Remember, now you've turned into a marathon runner, even though you're not a marathon runner, your body thinks you're turning into like this endurance athlete. Well, it's gonna say, hey, it doesn't make sense for me to have all this muscle because it's hard to carry it around for this long of a period, and it's not very good at recruiting oxygen. Let me build some more red muscle fiber, which is smaller in size. Let me get rid of this big white muscle fiber because it's taking too much energy for me to carry it all day long. So I'm gonna build more of endurance base. So yes, take someone like Ashley, she's gonna lose some muscle. Now, what's a dictating factor? One is gonna be her calories. If she's in a very low calories and very, protein isn't there, yeah, she's gonna lose a lot more than if she was like high protein. But she'll still lose some if she's high protein. Now, if you take someone, and this is where the data gets all screwed up, if you change someone's chemistry and you have like bodybuilders, and this is where everything gets messed up, and this is why a lot of bodybuilders aren't good bikini coaches, because bodybuilders take a bodybuilding method and they try to apply it to a bikini athlete, and it's not the same thing. It's totally different. So you get a bodybuilder and they're like, oh, do 2 hours of cardio, do it fasted, do this and that, and just sit on the treadmill for whatever. Some of these girls are doing 3 hours. It's crazy.
Yikes.
I've seen 4 hours is my greatest I've seen for a junior nationals prep. This girl's like, I'm doing 4 hours right now. I just have to do all my work on the
Oh my God.
on the treadmill on a laptop. I'm like, that's crazy. But here's what happens. Why are they able to do it and other people are not? Well, you got to remember, when you start taking PEDs, you change everything. So these people, they'll take like a real strong fat burner, like a Clan or something like that. They'll take growth hormone in the morning that frees up the fat easier. They'll take this thing called frag, which frees up fat easier, and then they will do cardio for 2 hours while all this fat's freed up while they're taking like a Clan and a fat burner and probably a thyroid pill, and then they're taking a crazy high protein diet, and then they're taking steroids, so their muscle's it's really hard to lose muscle in that scenario, and then they're eating whatever amino acids during it too, so it makes it even harder for them to lose muscle. So yeah, they created a really good environment to be anti-catabolic. So anti-catabolic in terms of lean mass, right? And then a really strong effect of losing body fat as a source of energy. So catabolic in that regard, I guess. But so then you look at this person, you're like, no, he's doing fasted cardio. That bodybuilder does fasted cardio all the time. I should be able to do that for long distances too. And then the girl starts running off her glutes or walking off her legs, right? Well, she's not taking what that bodybuilder's taking. Why is the same thing being applied to her, right? It doesn't make sense. So there's scenarios that are not like in the mainstream that people don't understand, and they just look at the bodybuilder who's not telling you everything, and they try to apply it to the bikini competitor, and the bodybuilders will even tell the bikini competitor to do that because it works for them, right? And that's what they know. And then they can never hit their peak. Their glutes get smaller, their legs get smaller, they're always looking kind of stringy. They try to fill them out at the end and it doesn't work. You know, it's like, well, of course they're not filled out because they're doing endurance-based cardio, and their body's just now is smaller now because they're doing so much cardio. It's not that they're flat, it's that they have less muscle, and they think it's like, oh, they just need to fill out a little bit more. And then like a month later, that girl looks full and looks good again. Well, she stopped doing 2 hours of cardio. That's why she looks fuller again, because she gained some muscle back. It's not that she got filled out and she was flat originally. She didn't have the same muscle she used to have. So like, yeah, it's definitely one of the things that like I wish people would like at least like maybe listen to that and the common sense of that, because it sucks to see girls build muscle in the off season, do really good, and then just lose it in the in season every year. And then they're always chasing that last physique and not improving, just chasing where they were before. So yeah, I'm pretty big against that stuff. So I try to never have anyone do more than 45 minutes of cardio. That's kind of like my max. For like short periods of time, 2 weeks or so, you know, and you're just trying to really like grind out whatever, I'm not opposed to it. But yeah, unless the scenario is the bodybuilder one, which I don't, and that's why I don't really work with bodybuilders anymore, is because it got so crazy on that side of things. You know, I don't think that it makes a lot of sense to do that.